If there is intelligence behind life, and there is every reason to believe that there must be, and let me give the evidence for that. Here's Max Planck, Einstein's teacher, as he received the Nobel Prize for Physics. He said, as a man who has devoted his whole life to the most clear-headed science, to the study of matter, I can tell you as the result of my research about atoms this much: there is no matter as such. It's all an illusion, including your bodies. Because my teacher, Nisargadatta Maharaj in India, said, when we asked the question, what is real, Master, what is real? He said, the only thing that is real is that which never changes. If it's changing, it's not real, because the moment you get a hold of it, it's something different, and then it's gone. But the I am that is in all of life, is the only thing that it's real. The same I am that was in me when I was 20 and 30 and 40 and 6 and 46 and so on is unchanging. I can tell you this, as the result of my research about atoms, there is no matter as such. All matter originates and exists only by virtue of a force which brings the particles of an atom to vibration and holds this most minute solar system of the atom together. We must assume, as scientists, behind this force the existence of a conscious and intelligent mind. This mind is the matrix of all matter. That's from the greatest scientists of the 20th century, Max Planck and Albert Einstein. So if there is intelligence behind life, and there is every reason to believe that there is, as I've just said, then all of that intelligence is innate in every creation of that intelligence. This universal mind is complete and entire within each and every one of us. All you have to do is discover it for yourself to know its power and perfection to be yours. So this intelligence, this matrix of all matter, every creation from it contains everything that it is. It has to. It's like the drop of ocean. You take a cup of ocean and you pull it out, and it's got the same intelligence in it. It's a cup of God. It's not as big, it's not as strong, and as long as it stays separate from its source, it loses ultimately the power of its source, but it will disintegrate, blow away, turn, change, shape, vaporize, and come back to its source. And when it does, it's just like if you take a rock, I wrote that out somewhere up here. I love this. A rock is hewn from a mountain. It has the same nature as the mountain. But when it is disconnected, it is no longer called mountain. It's called rock. Not one atom of its essence has changed, yet pulling it from the mountain has made it something else. Put the rock back in the mountain, and it no longer is rock. It's now called mountain. So the existence of the rock is determined not by its substance, but by its relationship to its source. And this is true for you. Your existence is not determined by the substance of you, it's determined by your relationship to your source. And when you understand your relationship to your source, you're understanding something called oneness. And oneness is something that, as long as you are in this physical body, you're never going to be able to grasp, because everything in the physical plane has its opposites. They're called dichotomies. It's what the Bhagavad Gita is all about. It's like bringing the opposites together into oneness. When they looked at the Gospel of St. Thomas, which was discovered in 1945 at a place called Nag Hammadi in the Dead Sea Scrolls, and they looked at the Gospel of St. Thomas, which was written at the same time as Jesus was alive on the planet, as opposed to Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, which was 80 to 120 years after the death of Christ, a recollection a century later of exactly what he said, okay? I don't remember what I had for breakfast, but 120 years ago, somebody's given the exact words of Jesus. Well, in the Gospel of St. Thomas, in the Dead Sea Scrolls, this is what Jesus is quoted exactly as saying. When you make the two one, and when you make the inner as the outer, and the outer as the inner, and above, then you shall, and only then shall you enter the kingdom. When you make the two into one, how do you get to know oneness? How can you experience something that has no opposite? Like if I ask you to give me the opposite of joy, what would you say? Sadness? Unhappiness? Depression? Whatever. The opposite of joy. Sadness. If I ask you to imagine a world in which there is no opposite, when it is only joy, 100% joy, that's the only thing it can be, that's the kingdom. Now you take the word love and ask yourself, what's the opposite of love? As we know it on this planet? Fear. Hate. Try to imagine oneness. This is a place where you experience only love.